Aries, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel, Starchaeology Tarot. I am Desi. I will be reading your cards for January. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to take a moment and call in spirit, call in source energy, call in your masters, your ascended masters, your guides, spirit guides, angels, archangels. They all knew that you would be watching this video, that you would find your way to this video at this precise moment that you have found it. And so they are here with me now. You're an intended part of this collective. This is good for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I encourage you to watch your other placements if you'd like a more full picture of the complex, layered, nuanced being that you are. Your sun sign is only a piece of that puzzle. And whatever resonates is what is meant for you. What doesn't is meant for someone else. But there are definite, intended divine messages for you today in this reading, even if it's just one. What are those divine messages for Aries? Divine messages for Aries. For the month of January. Ooh, 8 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Knight of Swords. Aries, wow, okay, you got some good news coming to you in January. Some of you are getting good news. Some of you are getting, someone is coming to you and bringing something good your way. I think some of you are getting a new opportunity that's rushing to you, a new job, a job offer, a promotion, something that you really do want. Some of you, it's a person, like it's good news with a relationship, something more personal that you've really wanted, and that's rushing to you, almost like you have claimed it before, you've spoken it to the universe, you've claimed it, and now the universe is delivering it to you. That's what I'm seeing for many of you for January. Others of you, it's not so much something coming to you, a delivery, but action is just unfolding for you in January. It's like where things maybe were slow up until this point, suddenly everything just goes. It's like everything just starts moving. Everything picks up. It's like the whole energy around you, your environment, your context, things are where before you were like, well, how am I going to make this happen? How is this going to happen? Now things are just happening. It's like the conditions change perfectly to allow this now to unfold. This situation, this door opens here, allowing this to happen, allowing this thing to move through. This project, you have to move through that door and go on to the next, So it's just like action is picking up. Things are really moving suddenly again, and even might feel very fast. It might feel actually overwhelming and startling to you because you're just kind of swept up in this momentum of January action. Fire energy, right? It's a flame becoming a forest fire. That's kind of the energy of 8 of Wands. So what's the obstacle? So much action is opening maybe too many doors. It's bringing too many options to you, so many options and opportunities that you're like, wait, I was just going to go through the first door that opened. I was just going to go through like whichever of these doors opened, I was going to go through that door. That was going to be my path. Kind of like, I'll let the universe decide, and then I'll just say yes to whatever I'm given. But here's the thing, the universe is delivering you too many doors. The universe is opening too many doors, too many opportunities for you, and all at once, which means it's not in the universe's hands. It's like the universe is like, here's my part. I'm going to open all these doors for you. Now your role in this is deciding what you want. Your role is actually having some sense of authority, not just being a passive, like, sure, I'll take whatever you give me, but like, you are playing an active role in what you want to do. You have decisions now to make. And that is, for whatever reason, Aries, because you typically are someone who's like rushes into the next thing. You know, you are someone who has no problem taking the first step and being first and making a swift decision and like going for the thing. But I think for whatever reason, this is very overwhelming in this particular time for you. And the having too many options, having too many opportunities is kind of meddling with your brain and your heart a little bit. Like, you're playing out possibilities, you're playing out hypotheticals. You're living very like inside yourself this month in a way that might be a bit unusual for you, depending on what your other placements are. Maybe it's not. Maybe this is totally typical for you based on, you know, where your moon is and your rising and your, you know, all the things. But for some of you, this is unusual, and the biggest obstacle for you in January are obstacles that don't even exist. They are imagined obstacles. They are expected obstacles you haven't hit yet, but you're like, well, if I go through this door, I'm gonna deal with this. If I go through this door, I'm gonna deal with that. If I go through this door, I'm gonna deal with that. If I go do this, well, that's gonna happen surely. This is gonna happen if I do this. It's like playing out all of these hypotheticals and then being like creating problems for yourself and then feeling overwhelmed by the created problems. So it's almost like you're confusing, your heart and your mind are teaming up and confusing this situation for you, complicating a situation that doesn't need to be this complex. The key, Aries, is not to play out those hypotheticals, not to engage with that. I think for many of you, it's a worrying part of yourself, right? It's worrying, it's praying for something that you don't want by putting so much focus on it. It's really not to like encourage it, almost like don't engage with it, allow it to happen, allow the thoughts to come up, but then be like, okay, I'm not going to allow this to paralyze me. I'm not going to allow all of these non-existent hypotheticals to paralyze my action when everything around me is moving. This is a time to go with that flow of action. It's a time to be swept up in the momentum, to allow the river to take me somewhere. Because the river's going to take me a lot faster than if I'm walking on the bank next to it. So how can I take advantage of the fact that this river is flowing and I'm in it? How can I take advantage of that? How can I work with the action, work with the current? Not try to paralyze it and somehow stand still in the middle of the river while I figure out and decide, you know, where do I want this river to go? It's like make a decision based on what it is that you think that you want in that moment. All that matters is what you think that you want. You know, it's so easy to be like, oh, I think I want this right now, but what if this turns out this way? And then regret, you know, like be playing that out and be worrying. It's like, well, how do I guess I should choose something I don't want right now so that I can avoid this future problem that I'm definitely foreseeing happening. The problem is that when we don't say yes to the things that we want, that we don't say yes to the pull, the thing that we are attracted to, the thing that we're drawn to, we just delay that. We just delay that unmet need, that unfulfilled potential, and it causes a problem in some other way later on. If you're drawn to something that has an inherent obstacle in it, it probably means that you need to meet that obstacle. You're drawn to that experience because there's something about that journey that is for you. And anticipating the obstacle and the challenge in it is not reason to shy away from it. It's like, that challenge is probably yours to meet. That challenge is meant for you. It's designed for you. It's you've chosen each other in a way. so funny how we associate challenge and obstacle with just don't do it, can't go down that, can't open that door, can't walk through that door. I see maybe there may be a problem there. It's like, you can't live your life avoiding problems. Problems are always going to happen. It's like, what problems are yours to deal with in this life? What problems are the ones that are going to be most rewarding for you to move through, to discover, to, crack? The advice is, I'm already in talking about advice here. It's built in really to these other cards and how I'm interpreting this. But this Knight of Swords, it's like, just act, Aries. Do what you do best. Rush out into the battlefield and don't think too much about it. This is a time where harnessing that Aries part of you is great. It will serve you. Because even if you make a decision based on what you want in the moment and then what you want changes, great. You wouldn't have gotten to where you wanted, to the new thing that you want, if you hadn't explored the thing that you wanted before. The wrong decisions get us to the right ones. And that's what makes them the right decisions for that time. Every decision is right. This is a time to be spontaneous, to take a chance, to jump out into the battlefield. Sorry, I just found my light in this video. It's a bad light, but I found it. It's a time for you to jump out into that battlefield and attack and, not really... it's surrendering to action. The passive work will come later for you. This is not a month for passive work. This is a month for active work. This is a month for action, and action is what is needed. Action is what is happening. You match the vibration around you. Match the action happening around you. Meet that. Say yes to that. Don't resist that. Go with the current. Flow with the current. That is what's crucial to bringing you to your next steps. Easy peasy. If you liked this video, Aries, please like it and also subscribe to this channel. It would mean the world to me. Please share this channel with your networks. Share it on Instagram if you want, or TikTok. I just started a TikTok channel, in fact. Please check it out. There's little tiny 3-minute readings on there. Or there will be if they're not posted yet. And if you'd like to support the work I'm doing and help me help you better with more readings, a wider variety of readings, more intensive, extensive readings, detailed readings, niche readings, please check out my Patreon in the link below. You can support my work for just a few dollars a month. It's the cost of a drink. And if you want more personalized tarot support, you want cards pulled just for you each month, there are different price points for that too. Higher tiers for that if you would like that kind of personalized monthly tarot support. And I would love to serve you in that way. I love you so much, Aries. Hey, it's 2022. We're here. We're doing it together. We're all in this together. I've always got your back. I'm cheering for you, and I will see you next time.